Edo State National Assembly, Nigerian singer Two-Face broke his silence on the report, claiming he is now dating an Edo State lawmaker. In a now deleted video, the singer addressed Nigerians, speaking on his recent spill from his recent split from his wife Annie Idibia, whom he was married to for over a decade. I've been seeing so many things and so many people coming up with their own false narrative and malicious nonsense after I posted what I posted. Yes, I said what I said. Tubaba addressed the swirling speculations, aiming to set the record straight on rumors that he is now romantically involved with Edo State lawmaker. However, he confirmed the rumors by voicing his intentions to marry Natasha one day. He also countered the report that she broke his marriage to Annie Idibia. Everybody is going to be all right at the end of the day. Everyone is going to be fine. There is no fight or quarrel, he said. I said what I said. Honorable Natasha has been called names and named a home breaker. She is a young, brilliant, and amazing young woman, and she had nothing to do with what's happening to my marriage to Annie. But I see people trying to rope her into everything. Yes, I love her. She's an amazing person. Cool, and I want to marry her. So I could go on and on with this particular story, but the first time you saw the story, what came to your mind?
It's just sad.
Why is it sad? Why is it so sad?
It's sad because I was really hoping that this thing with Two-Face and Annie would really work out.
Yeah.
And personally, I believe that people should not bring their relationship into the social media space.
Yeah.
I believe private life should be kept private as much as possible. Yes, I understand that they're both celebrities in their own right, but I really feel that this whole divorce thing could have been handled a bit more discreetly to just manage it better.
Manage it better.
It's just sad, man.
But I don't know, but I feel there were a lot of underlying issues that probably is not out on the open yet. But let me just continue with the story where Tubaba emphasized that despite the separation, he and Annie maintained a mutual understanding. Annie and I aren't fighting, and we have a good understanding of what is going on. So for everyone saying alleged things, keep alleging. Everyone should continue with their so-called perfect life. I understand that I am the one who brought all this online, so you are allowed to interfere. But when you want to allege, make sure you know what you are alleging. This last part actually got me. Now he is, I think he's faulting himself, one, for bringing it out online. But if he didn't bring it out online, we probably would not be seeing this. But I felt like he brought it online because he had kept it in for so long. Don't you think that too?
Even if you keep it in for so long,
yeah,
I think bringing it online, like social media is not a therapy session.
Do you understand? That was what I thought to myself.
Social media is not a therapy session. If you have problems, take it to a therapist to fix. Or if you guys feel that you cannot be together for whatever reason anymore, you guys do it quietly.
And she deserves that quietly.
At least that respect.
That respect.
Yeah.
As the mother of the kids. When I saw the story, I was really surprised and shocked at Two-Face. I was like, what is really controlling this man to do this? Because I know that Annie has gone a long way, enduring lots of things. The controversy of he having 4 baby mamas before her, or something like that. And even as they were married, he was the best he could have just done was quietly. Even if she did something wrong, quietly, just the last respect. She's the mother of your kids. This woman has tried. Quietly take it away from social media. Even if you want to bring it up, maybe let's just see clips of people being together and everybody's just surprised and asking questions. But then the last time it happened, I was like, I think he has his reasons. Just like he always says that maybe he has had it up to here and whatever. But then again, marriage is something sacred. And you see lots of people like Vicky James and all of that, people putting their marriage on social media. Now I want to ask you, what's your take on this? Because I feel like is when you start putting your marriage, your personal life affair on social media, that is when you feel you owe social media every explanation to everything. What's your take on that, sir?
Again, like I said earlier, I just prefer keep your private life private. Like, for me, I rarely post pictures of my family online. I try not to, because the moment you post things online, just like you said, anybody can comment anything they want to. People are sick. There are people who just want to spoil anything good just because something good is not happening in their life. So they will just hate you for no reason, make stupid comments. And you might say these comments don't affect me, but as long as you go through it, it sows a seed in your heart.
True.
One way or the other. So keep your private life private. If you are like, let's say, music star like Two Faces, I love Two Face. I love his music. And no matter what happens in his life, it's not going to stop me from appreciating the musical genius of his mind, you get. But I wish he would have just kept, let us see that music part of him, and then leave your family as much as you can, and your issues. Every marriage has issues.
True.
Leave those issues out. Sort it out if you need to, but man, just leave it out, because people will amplify whatever it is, and you will go through those comments, at least the first few, and it's going to sow some kind of seeds in your heart.
And then also this, I wanted to come to the children's part, their life. Now, I don't think I know the personal life of the kids, but I know to an extent they've come up and they're on social media. What effect, what like, I'm just asking myself, what is this man teaching the kids? What kind of legacy is he leaving? What kind of thing is he, how would the kids feel
about this particular
like this,
one?
that he discarded the wife that way
and he's jumping on the next one.
Please, what's your advice on a situation like this, especially the effects these things are having on the kids?
I would say, always don't just think of yourself. Think of your kids and the people who are close to you, that whatever your decisions are going to affect. Like, I think if Baba were to think of, okay, how will my kids feel in future, or even now going through all of this, knowing that they love me, they love their mother, he maybe would have taken a different approach. But I think he acted on the spur of the moment. Maybe he just, man, let me just do this. And he did it. If he had given it some thought to how it's going to affect the people around him, his immediate family, especially the children, I think he probably would have taken a different option.
And I want to, this last question before we move to the other, our next story. Do you think this was rather too swift after the announcement, and now another announcement that he is now in a relationship with a lawmaker?
I feel like just the same way. See, Baba, that guy is, right from the very onset, I've known him to just be very promiscuous. I just feel like the way he's jumping onto this one, I'm wishing him well, I'm wishing him to be happy. But I feel like the way he's just jumping onto this one, I know it's very quick, it won't even take time again. 5 years, it won't be. We would see again, because I feel like if he even had one atom of respect, even for this recent woman, he wouldn't even, he would be protecting it. He won't, because people protect what they love. That's how I believe. It's more like holding an egg you want to take. You won't just handle it and you protect the pamper it. He wouldn't. If he even had the least respect. Okay, now he was saying that people are dragging this other lady as
Natasha.
What do you expect? What would you come out to tell us? Like, best way was, be calm about this. Okay, let it be. You've already casted you and Annie's stuff. Just be quiet. Just be there, sir. Why are you coming out? She's an amazing woman. We love her. People will not stop talking. People will keep talking and all of that. And I feel so really terribly bad.
So when I was going through comments on this particular story, somebody called Two Face another yol.
Another what?
Another yol, don't you? Like, it was really so funny, really, because
it's just two women now. Two Face, you can count and count and count.
But do you feel this was rather too quick? A decision to jump on another woman at this point in time, where we are having all these controversies with him and his his wife Annie, estranged wife Annie, and he's coming out with this particular revelation. Do you think it was rather too quick?
It is too quick, and I think it's also disrespectful to a certain level.
Okay.
Again, like I said, I like Baba. I love his music and everything. But then again, some things, there is a way you handle things and it just sits well.
Yeah.
Even if you are going to, now I don't know if he was already with this new lady before this whole thing happened, or if it's something happened, because again, sometimes you can't control how fast you fall for someone. So maybe it would have been immediately after. I don't know. You get. But all I'm saying is, considering everything that happened, considering the kids, considering his former wife, he should have just kept this on the low.
On the low,
really on the low. It's not something that you take out in public and really make a show of it, as it were. That's what I feel.
Okay, there was something else I wanted to ask you. I saw a comment or like something on YouTube. Yeah, someone was saying that Tubaba just wants to stay relevant again. That is why he's putting himself on this honorable speaker, that he really has a field career, and all of that. That is why he's, he feels like the only way to stay relevant is because the person was saying, if you check Tubaba, the last time he released a song, 2000 and what again, but then he's always in controversy about women, that he cannot even be relevant, like he cannot trend if he's not a woman. So that we are used to it, that's how he trends. It has to be a woman. That now, because his career has failed, he has to go and hop onto an honorable speaker of Edo State. So what do you think? So what do you make of it?
There is this maxim in marketing that says that every publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
and I know people who play with that, like they hold that very dear to their heart, so they will do everything just to court attention. I don't know if that is the case here, but I wouldn't say that Tubaba's career has become irrelevant, because he released a song just recently, and that song to me was good. I feel maybe if he puts in more time, maybe he doesn't just have the time again to like be hitting the studio and making a lot of music and all. But I don't think that's necessarily the case here. But I wouldn't know anyways.
Yeah, I believe if Tubaba puts in more time to his craft, like you said, he would actually make.
He's good. He's inherently good.
Like the guy. I don't know, but I like the way he thinks musically, because But the thing is, I feel why Tubaba would drop a song and it probably would be overshadowed with the noise we have currently, but that will still sell nonetheless.
It will.
And it will stand the test of time, really, because he puts his time into what he does, and that is another beautiful thing about Tubaba. But I pray he stays relevant and continually stay relevant, and all this back and forth doesn't derail him and move him out of that creative genius of his. So yeah, that is that about that. And for young ones seeing all this, your advice to the Gen Zs that are seeing all this and they want to, like, for people that love Tubaba and they see him as their role model, what would be your advice to them?
Everybody has flaws. There is no perfect human being. So as much as we would like to idolize people, I believe that you can learn from everyone and learn both from their flaws, notice their flaws, and learn from them. For instance, if you had to take Tubaba as a role model, he's a great role model musically, but it would be stupid of you to just take everything and say, okay, since Tubaba likes to date women and get them pregnant, I'm going to do that so that I can. It doesn't just make sense. You get? So do you mean that if Tubaba likes to cut himself, you'll also cut yourself? Nah. So get your role models, but be careful how you copy. You cannot copy everything about someone down to their flaws, because again, nobody's perfect. There is no perfect human being. And one other thing, when you are out there in the open, anything you do gets magnified. So even if your flaw is the same thing that everyone else is doing, just because you are up there, it gets really magnified. So everyone is going to blow it out of proportion. And so.
MJ, any last advice to the young ones on this particular one?
No, I have no words to say.
I only would just wonder how Annie would be feeling wherever she is. Actually, but I hope she's fine.
I think she's not out from rehab. She's still in rehab, and this is happening to her. It is like literally the worst that can happen to me. But I wish her well.
And for young ones, please be careful what you decide or choose for yourself. Yes, even while you follow your role models, please don't be stupid to make the same mistake they've made, because that will be foolishness.